Hey everybody, welcome back to Meet the Wheelers. I'm Mason,
I'm Sarah.
and we are sitting in our comfy bed in the middle of our living room.
Like normal.
Like normal, we're lazy bees.
And we...
Are bees lazy? I think bees are busy. We're lazy.
We're lazy bees.
Lazy.
We're the queen bees, because they just lay in there. I'm going to stop now.
I love you.
We...
Are transferring.
Tomorrow.
Oh, we finish each other's.
Sandwiches.
Um,
But no, tonight we wanted to... Mason's going to tell a story. I'm just going to put my comments in.
The greatest
About
story.
how we met.
The greatest love story ever told. Let's begin.
9th grade.
I thought I was telling the
Okay,
story.
sorry.
It all began 9th grade, Snohomish High School. Fifth period English class. Miss Wade's English class, to be honest. Be more specific. 4 rows over, 4 rows back from me, sat the most beautiful, angelic woman I have ever seen. Young lady I had ever seen in my entire life. I looked back. I looked forward. I looked back. I looked forward. I looked back. I looked forward again. I thought to myself, oh my gosh, she looks like Natalie Portman.
Oh my word.
No, but in all seriousness, I thought, oh my gosh, I gotta meet her. I became friends with Sarah's best friend, Samantha, and, started sort of laying the groundwork that, I kind of thought she was cute or something like that, no big deal. I actually tricked Miss Wade into thinking that she had moved my seat, to be right behind Sarah. Because she's like, Mason, what are you doing over there behind? I thought you were over here. I was like, no, you moved me last week. Don't you remember? And so I would actually sit behind Sarah with this little pen, and I would click her on the back of the neck.
It's like in the movies.
We were friends at this point. I slowly inserted myself into her life, here and there. And then...
we still have the pen.
We still have the pen. It's funny. It's one of our cute little love mementos. But then we... I'm trying to remember what happened first. The MySpace thing? Was that before or after 9th grade?
I remember more of this stuff.
Was it before or after the 9th grade formal?
It was before, for sure.
Okay, so I don't know if I don't remember when the first time we actually talked about it was, but sometime in 9th grade, MySpace was a big deal. Like, huge.
Deal.
Tom was your friend, you had your top 8, and you didn't put the girl you liked as number 1 because then she'd be like,
what the heck?
Heck, this guy likes me, get him away. But, so I put Sarah as she was my number 2. I don't remember who was number 1. Maybe it was Tom, just so that, there was no fighting. Anyways, moving on. Sarah was on MySpace. I was on MySpace. I think that was the first time we actually talked. That's what it was. The first thing I ever said to Sarah was over MySpace. It was like, oh, hey, whatever. I don't remember what it said. I would kill to get back into my Facebook and see what we actually said.
I think we tried one night.
We couldn't.
We couldn't figure it out.
But anyway, I created a super secret account called Your Secret Crush. Creepy, right? Creeping on creeper. That was like, yeah. I'm looking back at this, I'm like, creepy, warning sign, red flag, run away, Sarah.
But I figured it out pretty quick.
And I was like, hey. I don't even think I said anything clever. I just friend requested her and started talking to her on her page. And then Sarah's friend Samantha would just said in all caps with an exclamation point, Mason! I was just like, who's Mason? I don't know who that is. And then I deleted the account. I was like, no, abort. Yeah, and then we just kind of glossed over that. I don't think we ever talked about it in 9th grade at all. And then
all hush hush.
All hush hush. What were you thinking?
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
Gotta come this way.
Sorry, I'm
rejiggering.
Rejiggering. That's a word.
Gross. I love you.
Yeah.
Then Sarah's friend Samantha told me that Sarah wanted me to ask her to the freshman semi-formal. semi-formal.
We should try and find the picture and post it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll try and find it. If I can find it, the picture will be right here.
Mason looked like a baby.
I
in
was
the
still
picture.
taller than her. She'll fight it till the day I die, but I was taller than her. Anyway, we went to the freshman semi-formal. The first time I met Sarah's mom, I love you, Diane. She put her hand like down my shirt to help me get my boutonniere on. I was wearing like this gray sweater.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, hi, you're friendly."
Yeah, she stuck her hand right up there and started pitting it.
Now that I know her, it's totally her character. She's super helpful and loving, and I love her. I love you, Diane. But we danced for a while. Sarah had like a stress ulcer, and I think she secretly was like scared of, you know.
There's a combination of things.
Combination of stress.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but before we even got to do a dance at all, we didn't even get to slow dance.
Didn't you just say we danced?
No, we didn't.
I know we didn't, but you just said that we did.
We went to the dance.
Oh, okay.
Before we even could slow dance, Sarah was like, "I don't feel good. I'm going to be going home." And she left.
And Mason cried.
And I drove myself home because I think I had the car. I could drive.
My mom was with you. She was a chaperone at the dance.
Oh, I was driving and she was in the passenger seat. But anyways, I remember I almost like drove off the road that night. I was like emotional. That night I was crying. I was a baby. And I said out loud to God, "I love that girl." I said I loved her.
Here we are today.
That's not even the end of the story.
Yeah, it's not even.
There's like 3 more years and I'm going to keep going.
Go for it. 3 more years.
So I used to, Sarah and I, we made it through that. We still hung out. We became good friends. I got the first ever hug from her on the last day of 9th grade. Goodbye for summer. I'll never forget that. I still have my cell phone from 9th grade, and I still have pictures. I don't think I could get pictures off that phone. Honestly,
old flip phone.
it's like the very first ever Verizon flip phone I had. It has an antenna that comes out. Like, it's old. I have a picture of me and her on that last day, and it's a treasured memory. But she hugged me. Over the summer, we kind of kept in contact. I remember we had like a 45-minute phone call. She was babysitting and watching Grease, and I was in Wenatchee. I have a really good memory.
You remember so much.
But I loved her. I loved her so much.
That's why Mason's telling the story, because he has way more details in his memory.
Yeah, because this was leading up to our wedding was like a 2-year journey for her, 3-year journey for her. For me, it was like 9.
9, whatever.
Okay, it was like 6. But she wanted nothing to do with me. She was kind of not really into any boys. She was kind of scared of relationships, I think.
Well, some of my brothers, I have 2 older brothers, and so they were just in high school having measly relationships. And
Measly?
it just, is that the right word?
Now you hadn't had a good relationship experience in the past.
Yeah.
And without delving too much into that, like, she wasn't really interested in me.
For it.
Every time I'd tell her I liked her, she would not talk to me for 2 weeks. And then we'd become friends again, and I'd be like, "Oh, I can't live without her. I gotta talk to her. We gotta be together."
I was playing really hard to get.
Yeah, she wasn't happy about it either. After a while, though, we did finally start, being friends, and I was kind of like, I'm not really getting anywhere with her.
And then
I think I gotta move on.
Girlfriend.
And then I went on a trip and got a girlfriend.
But so back up for a second.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
Was it 10th grade?
Yeah. No, wait, what?
That you were driving. Anyway, 10th or 11th grade, I don't remember what it was. Mason would get up at dark 30.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
and I'm not a morning person, you know that.
I lived out in the sticks. He would make me hot chocolate and himself hot chocolate. Drive out.
To the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. Pick me up. We would drive to school together, drinking our hot chocolate and listening to Reliant K and Hawk Nelson. And we'd park and then walk to the school together. and then he'd drive me back home. And so that happened for
2.5 years.
no, it was like a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I saw him every single day for the most part.
We were best friends, basically.
And then he
Then I
had
got
a
a
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
And I didn't see him for 5 months at
5
all.
months.
Period. Like none. Zip.
Yeah.
No text messages. No calls. No, which would be normal if he's dating someone. And
Okay.
my mom punched me in my arm and said, "I told you not to lose that boy." So the running joke is that she loved Mason first. She still says that.
Yeah, so I got a girlfriend, and after 5 months, I got broken up with, and in the long run, it was a good thing because I'm with the love of my life now, the one and only.
And she's happily married.
And she's happily married with
With
twin
twins.
little babies, and I'm so happy for them. But after that, I think it was that night. No, the next night. The very next night, right after, I was at Sarah's for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the first time in like 5 months.
Yeah.
So we
started going on dates.
we went on our very first. Oh, that was the night after dinner that night. Oh, wait, no, we went on our first date, not that night, but right after, and we went to see Twilight
That's right.
in theaters, the first Twilight. Don't tell anybody. And that night, I got my second hug from Sarah.
Yep.
My second hug.
We did this weird thing. I don't know where this came into play, but we did this weird thing because we weren't kissing yet.
But we weren't dating yet.
Okay, I'll wait till that then.
We'll try and get through this because I know this is a long video. But I think we kind of started talking about date. We were kind of going on dates, but one night I think it was at 10:52 p.m.
November 30th. 10:52
At
p.m.
10:52 p.m. I sent a text to Sarah that basically said, "I'm in if you're in," and she said, "I'm in." And we that was the moment we mark is when we first started dating. And so it's been a long time. We've been
It's been a
dating
very
for
long time.
8, 9,
Oh, when was it?
8 years. 8 years. I think.
8 years.
We've been married 5 years come June 11th.
That's right.
But when we were dating, you were gonna say
But yeah, so we did this thing before we didn't start kissing for a while because I was a chicken.
6 months into our relationship.
Anyway, we did this weird thing where we'd like kiss each other's cheeks, but we would like,
Do it at the same time.
so we'd like squish our cheeks in.
So go like this.
Like what?
We go like this.
And then we'd like just hit the corner of each other's mouth.
Almost, not even.
Yeah. And then I remember one night I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna kiss him. And I went to kiss him on the lips, and he got a little awkward about it, like I was missing his cheek or something, and he like turned his head, and then I just ran inside.
we were a slow to start relationship.
Very slow.
Very slow to start. But you know what?
I'm thankful for that.
It was all worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
And as you heard in our How Well Do You Know Each Other video, our first kiss was on the rooftop of a condo. My parents had a condo in Chelan, beautiful part of Washington. We were stargazing, and I was like, "Oh, star!"
And it was magical. It wasn't awkward. I was thinking of a different time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is the greatest love story ever told.
And this is what, a 13-minute video?
Something like that.
It was a much longer process.
It was a much longer story. I might have to cut this down a little bit. But hey, guys, it was worth every little bit. I came out with the prize. I pursued and was victorious.
We're both winners.
Look at my beautiful bride. I love her so much. Give me a hug.
I'm trying to keep my shirt up. I love you.
I love her so much.
I love him so much.
Guys, thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. We've gone through a lot. We've gone through ups and downs, and you guys have supported us. You mean the world to us. This whole vlogging experience has brought us closer together, I think, and made us stronger. And we owe you guys a lot. Huge debt of gratitude for that. Thank you guys for joining us. Subscribe if you haven't already to join our journey and catch up on more daily vlogs. We transfer tomorrow.
Yay!
When you're watching this, we will be actually transferring.
We will
Or
be.
like,
Or an hour later.
or like have just transferred. Follow me on Snapchat. I'm gonna Snapchat it. And I'm Mason the T-Rex, and Sarah is Wheeler Sarah. And follow us on Snapchat. I'll Snapchat throughout the day so you guys can see it live if you want.
I'll try to. I'll Snapchat a picture of our little
Twin embryos. Jinx.
Okay.
Anyways, follow us on social media. The links are down in the description. Check out our other vlogs and subscribe. We love you guys. Like if Sarah's cute and you know you think
Oh
she's
my
cute.
word, enough with that.